The following is a production of PSY TV.
The Annals of Adventure presents The Lost Expedition Adventure. The adventure with the Lost Expedition began on a day like any other.
Notice anything interesting about these fossils, Ernest? Yes, they don't seem to be fossilized. Do you hear something? I think we're in trouble. Run for it! Run! Run for your life! Run fast! Up there on the bluff! Look! Run to the caves ahead if you want to live. My God. Buttle. Having miraculously escaped the creature, the two Joes and a member of the Lost Expedition headed off to the caves on the Amazonian plateau. A short time later, Carl and Ernest found themselves sitting with Buttleby in a cave atop the mysterious plateau. Buttleby, it really is you. I scarcely dare to believe my eyes. Ernest. Carl. Oh, I don't believe it. You're still alive after all these years. Still alive, old friends. I had always hoped that one day I would be rescued from this terrible peak. But I came to realize long ago that Doyle and I had left no trail of breadcrumbs for other Joes to follow. About Doyle, we found his remains as we mounted this peak. You came here from across the plateau? You're lucky to be alive. I learned long ago that to travel on the southern edge of this plateau is to travel hand in hand with death. Yes, the megafauna here is remarkable. What is that thing out there? This plateau, cut off from the jungle floor below for 60,000 years, has had time enough and more to brew its own nightmares. So tell us then, how is it that you've been atop this plateau for such a very long time? And what became of Doyle? Tableau de Fanny. That is what the natives call this place. And after showing it to Doyle and I, we were determined to be the very first to explore it. Never bothering to let anyone know of our whereabouts. Never expecting to encounter any trouble. We were so confident. So confident. Upon our ascent, we spent the first few hours exploring the plateau's perimeter only, daring to go further inland upon hearing the terrible calls bellowing out from the jungle within. Delving further into the interior, we encountered the mauled skeleton of some prehistoric-looking wretch, some type of throwback to a land before time. Then it attacked, the big one. Our guns were useless against its iron hide. and its speed took us both by great surprise. A mad dash back to the plateau's edge ensued, the beast in hot pursuit until Doyle met his bitter end. I've been 30 years now struggling atop this plateau. This written record of the plateau's wildlife alone maintaining my sanity and holding my guilt in check from consuming me. Then it is time for you to let your guilt go. It's time for you to escape from this lost plateau. It's time for you to go, Joe. The three Joes then left Buttleby's home of 30 years and began their perilous journey back towards the southern edge of the plateau.
The Joes made a hasty retreat across the top of the plateau, stopping only momentarily to check their bearings and location.
We set up the belay gear just ahead, with Doyle's remains, and with no sign of the beast. Looks as though our luck may have finally turned. No, the creature will be at the plateau's edge, awaiting our arrival. But you injured it when rescuing us. I have stabbed that beast 1,000 times. It always comes back. But what is it? I'd swear it looks almost like a dinosaur. Proof of convergent evolution, recorded here inside this journal. That is why it is so important that this journal gets off the plateau. Well then, I suggest we keep moving. Too late for that. Here, take my journal. Run, I'll hold it off. Hurry! For your lives! Doyle's body in the bolero. Quickly, let's get down before it gets to us. The book. Do you have the book? I dropped it in the flea. Blast! I'm going back for it. No, wait, you'll be killed. No going back for him. Let's get to the ropes. We can't just leave him there. Come on now. Come on now. Buttleby, are you all right? Yes. Make your way down to the bottom. I'm going to go for the book and to say goodbye to the plateau.
Having survived their miraculous escape from the plateau's peak, the adventure team members took stock of their situation.
The creature appears to be dead, killed by the fall. Well, I would say the same is true for the Joe phone and the Jeep. Well, if the maps in my journal are correct, it should be about 5 miles hike back to civilization. I know this has been rough for you. Do you want some last chance to say goodbye before we make our way for home? Yes, I might come back with another expedition to gather up Doyle's remains, but I can't imagine you'd ever want to come back to this place. I said goodbye to Doyle long ago. The only thing I have to say goodbye to now is my guilt. Right, then, I guess it's to be more hiking for us. Yes, I suppose it's time for us to go. Yes, to go, Joe.
Leaving the shattered remains of their Jeep behind them, adventure team members Buttleby, Ernest, and Carl began the long walk back towards civilization and their next adventure.
The end.